be showing you the basic swimming stroke freestyle. Um, so some pros of freestyle is that it's great fun to exercise. It works the entire body. It's for safety reasons. So say for instance you get pushed into the pool, you don't want to drown. You want to be able to swim to the edge. And for rescuing others, so if you see a friend get pushed in the pool, you want to be able to help them out. And it originated in the 1890s in Australia, and it's also known as the Australian crawl. Is what was the front crawl and freestyle. I've been swimming since I was 5, so for 12 years now. So I feel I can teach you guys the basic needs, not every aspect of it, but enough to survive in the water. So first is the flutter kick. And what it is basically your legs are just going up and down. You don't want to like keep your legs tight and rigid and like do that because like you can cramp up in your legs. So it's mostly from the knee all the way down is you just want to start your flutter kick. And the goal of the kick is when you're swimming is to see white water. So if you're kicking fast and hard and you see behind you, you see all white water behind you because when you kick up water, it'll turn white. That's the goal you want to do when you start kicking. And next is the actual front crawl stroke. So it's just like you're kind of just crawling, but the way you want your hands are, you want your hands to be like kind of like this, but you don't want them like too rigid because you can cramp up in water. And while your hands are like that, you just want to reach forward while the other one pulls back, and then vice versa. So if you get the motion, it looks like you're crawling. So one goes forward, one goes back. And as the hand goes back, it's pushing the water, which makes you go forward. Next is side breathing. This is what a lot of people struggle with because they'll start swimming and they'll like do the stroke, but then they will like forget to breathe, so they'll stop completely just to like breathe. But some tips is if you see like the Olympics, like Michael Phelps for instance, a lot of the professionals, they do a 1-2 stroke. So it's basically like the front crawl stroke, so it'll be 1-2, and then you want to turn your head to the side and breathe, but you want to keep swimming like she is. You don't want to swim, then like, stop and put your head up out of the water. So it's like a 1-2 stroke and you breathe, and as you're breathing, you can continue putting your arm forward and keep swimming. And once you put all of those together, you should be able to get the full fundamentals of freestyle. So to kick, so essentially you're just putting everything together. So what I would recommend first is probably not putting your head underwater because then you're gonna have to come up to breathe and then you're gonna stop swimming completely if you're a new swimmer. So I would try and keep your head above water for the beginning and just practice your arm strokes and your flutter kick. And then once you get the hang of that, then you can incorporate your breath. Some other options is like for a more advanced swimmer, if you don't want to start in the water, you can dive in the water, and it's called a forward dive. You want to put the side that you're most dominant on. So for me, it'll be my right side. I want to put my right leg forward and put most of my weight in the back of my left leg, and then once I lean forward to go into my dive, most of my weight is going to shift to my right foot, and you want to be on the ball of your toes, and then once you hear that beat to start swimming, if you're a competitive swimmer, you just like put all your weight, lean forward, and eventually you'll launch into the water. But you want to keep your arms ahead of you and your head tucked down, your chin tucked down here, because you don't want to belly flop. Your head will be your guide. So if you keep your head tucked down and you fall forward, eventually your body's going to follow your head and your arms, and you won't belly flop, and that can really hurt. Other more complicated strokes are breaststroke, backstroke, and butterfly. Backstroke is basically the opposite of freestyle, but you're just on your back, so you can freestyle except for the breathing because you're already breathing because you're on your back. Breaststroke is known as like it's kind of like a frog. If you know how a frog hops in this weird way. So it has the frog legs of like the motion of frog legs. So your legs are like going out and like it's like out and in, and your arms are just mimicking the same thing at the same time. And butterfly is more complex. It's also known as the dolphin stroke. And your legs are doing something a bit more differently. Instead of doing the flutter kick, your legs are doing a dolphin kick, which is like so your legs are together and it's just going up and down, up and down. And as your legs are kicking, your arms are kind of doing the same thing, but they're coming over your head, and then and you want to ripple your whole body down. So you kind of have like the motion of the dolphin.